Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to do one little smaller vlog, I suppose, because again on BuzzFeed, my source of knowledge, I found a thing 21 things people hate about British people, and a lot of it's kind of ignorance, but I found them quite funny, and I just wanted to kind of read a few out, and especially because I kind of like the idea that with some of them, me saying it's gonna seem completely pointless, and I quite like that idea. Because, like, for instance, like the first one is a guy who said, "I hate how British people say schedule," and I can't for the life of me think how you say it. Do you say schedule? Is that how you say it? Can't, like, just it's out of my mind. Like, I can't think of how you pronounce it. Let's see. So these are all from like Twitter and Facebook and stuff. Um, I think I'll put the link to this on the in the description below. Because it's also got nice little gifs of like Maggie Smith looking horrified. Let's see. I hate how British people say mum instead of mom. I really don't have much of a response to that. I don't think. Um, it's like it's mummy. You say mum. I think like when I say like when I'm calling my mum from upstairs, I think I do say mom. It's that kind of elongated vowel. And I think just because you shout in and it kind of changes how like some sounds sound. So I think it does end up sounding a bit more like mom. But it feels weird saying mom because it's mum. It's like it seems quite kind of dull to say mum. It's a bit blue, whereas mom is a bit. It does genuinely seem a bit lighter, but it just feels weird. It's like my mouth feels weird trying to say it. I like this one. I hate when British people think they're superior to everyone else. Like, I don't care if your accents are godly. And that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? We don't think we're superior, but we do know that, like, you guys, like Americans, you love our accents. We have a wide variety of accents. Mine's quite, in the north, where I'm from, where I live, I'm kind of considered to not really have an accent. Whereas in the south, I very definitely do. To southerners, I sound northern, but to northerners, I don't really sound like anything. And we have a wide variety of accents, and I'm not prepared to do any of our. I don't do accents. I'm half Scottish, and I don't even do a Scottish accent. But if you listen to like the Geordie accent and the West Country accent and like the Mancunian accent and these Scousers as well, they're all so different. And like the Mancunian Scousers and Geordies, overall we're not that far apart. Specifically Mancunian and Scousers are like right next to each other. We have a bit of a feud going on as well. But the accents are quite different. I'm not a massive fan of the northern accents, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a massive fan of many English accents overall. But that's just me. Some people love like the Geordie accent and stuff. But yeah, the Mancunian accent, if you ever came to visit me, is probably what you'd likely hear like around town, but not that much, to be honest. You don't hear it too frequently, especially generally when you're walking around town and around the city centre and stuff. You generally got your headphones in, or you're with a friend, so you're not really listening to the people around you. Right, moving on. I hate when British people don't understand the difference between soccer and football. Like, what's so hard to understand? Going, really? Do you not understand that? Like, presumably we just created our own footballs, and then you kind of saw our football and went, oh, that's a sport, but had to come up with another name for it. are really baffled by why you call American football football, because you don't appear to really use your feet like to kick the ball very often, whereas in soccer, in our football, no, you use your feet all the time. It's football. It makes so much more logical sense. We don't understand. I think you do like kick it a bit. I have no idea about American football at all. Don't know nothing about football anyway, but yeah, they're soccer and football. They're technically the same thing, because I suppose we'd always refer to it as American football. I hate when British people use American words and shit. You're not cool, you're not. I think my response to that is, well, don't use our English words. See how well you get on then. I hate how British people spell things. It's so annoying. Just gonna put a little thing there to say, they said it's without an apostrophe. That's annoying. We kind of see ourselves like it's our language, like we had it first, and then you took it and cannibalized it. So if anyone should be annoyed with anyone, we should be annoyed with you for how you spell things. I mean, a lot of our words don't make any sense. Eddie Izzard does a great little sketch about it. A lot of your words, it makes a lot of sense. It's very phonetic in the way you spell it. I mean, when you look at the way we spell through, because for you it's THRU. I think that's kind of how you spell it, like in general. Whereas through is THROUGH. And it's used through, like where's the G and the U? And we put U in colour and flavour and everything else, but that's that's English. And you speak English. So don't get annoyed because you've changed the way your own language works, I guess. I hate when British people go on foreign TV because they heighten their accent deliberately so people think they're even cooler, and just no. No, we don't. If anything, like, when on American shows, when you have like, I think our accent, if you had a British actor, most probably you're going to get someone from like London or someone quite middle class who doesn't really have a particular accent, a bit like me in that respect. So, and then compared to your accents, it is going to sound very British. But to us, if you put that person in a room full of British people, it's not going to sound particularly different. It's not going to sound particularly bad. We don't heighten our accents. I think American actors doing British accents, they're going to be heightened because you're going to, I think specifically in older films, you'll have gone for the only accent you would have heard back then, which would have been in London, the really posh, well, not all of London anymore, but just that really posh, British, kind of accent, which is very heightened. Like, there really aren't that many people who talk like that, like kind of like the Queen and all that stuff, dead. Let's think. Oh yeah, I hate when British people type y'all. You look stupid. Do I even go into how you look using the term y'all? Like, we kind of... I don't really know how I feel about y'all. It does seem very like redneck. But at the same time, it is just you and all slammed together, and like that's what we do with language. I mean, look at the word can't. It's can not, and we slammed it together to make can't. So I guess it's basically just the same, but generally for Brits using the term y'all, we're kind of not necessarily being mean, but we're taking the mick out of you. And again, I don't know if you use the term mick, but like taking the piss out of you, making fun of you a little bit. I hate when British people say right before everything. I don't know, oh my god, it just pisses me off. I don't know why we do that. I hadn't necessarily realised that was a British thing. But it's a bit like, well, I do it. I say like all the time. So right is just like, and I think it's more of a young, I don't know, like, you just kind of get trapped into it. Again, I'm saying like. like every sentence you say like. And I noticed that a lot in school as well, which is quite fun. I hate when British people do American accents. We don't even sound like that hop off. And we don't all sound... But you have... Again, like... your country's massive, so of course you're going to have so many different accents. And you've also got so many different nationalities in there. And over time, your dialects and stuff have all changed so much. So again, it's like... doing one American accent isn't going to be the same. Like, you guys... If one of you did a Geordie accent, someone in the West Country, they're going to be like, we don't sound like that. But in some parts of England, yeah, we do sound like that. I think that's probably like the same, just because as well, like just because the accent someone's imitating isn't the same one you use doesn't necessarily mean it's not an American one. Plus, we don't have that accent. That's not our accent. It's very difficult to do accents. I will at a later date, as Tracy mentioned it would be fun. It'd be funny if I did an American accent. And I think I will at some point. I'm not ready to now, but if you stay tuned, there will be a video at some point of me trying, embarrassingly, to do an American accent. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Let's have a quick look. I hate when British people say how much something costs in pounds, like they forgot how to speak American. I don't know how to respond to that. It's not American either, it's English. Just because you live in America, it's your language is still English. In Cuba they speak Spanish. They're not in Spain. But yeah, I hate how British people write the day first, then the month. It always confuses me. Quite frankly, it makes a hell of a lot of sense. Day month. Yeah, it's the 1st of June. Like today, it's the 3rd of March 2014. You start the smallest value and go up to the biggest one. I don't know. I guess in some that you might say it's March 3rd, so that's probably why you do it month then day. But we start with the smallest value and then go up. My final one, which I love this. I hate how British people say they're English. Shut the fuck up, you're British, not a language. #yellow teeth. Now, I'm not sure how many of you necessarily understand, but like, Britain, if I remember correctly, is England, Scotland and Wales. And the United Kingdom is Northern Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales. I'm not actually English, I'm British because I'm half Scottish. If I was English, because I'd be from England, then yeah, but because I'm from two different countries, because they are technically two different countries, then I'm British because I'm from Britain. My ancestors are from Britain, not just one part, not just from one country. Also, on that thing of you're British, not a language, Spain and Spanish, France and French, Germany and German, Italy and Italian, just to name a few. Yeah. And #yellow teeth? Really? Like, our teeth, we don't necessarily go in for the massive, like, having perfectly straight white teeth, because our dentists aren't brilliant, but we tend to, we basically just go on a case of like, yeah, like your teeth are okay, they're not falling out, they're not infected or whatever, ship us out. They're doing what they're meant to do and they're not like repulsive. I think it's to save money as well. we can pay for it ourselves if we want to pay. Like, I've had a brace because my teeth literally grew in that kind of shape at the front, and like all these teeth grew on top of my others. So I did have a brace on because my teeth were really bad, but I got my brace because I was under 16. I got my brace on the NHS, so it was free. And now going to the dentist, it costs a few quid each time. It used to be free. It's still free if you're under 16, but just a normal checkup does cost a small amount, and any procedures you need doing cost money. Some people can get it on in the NHS depending on your situation. I can't, and again, but it's not a big deal. But we focus, we just focus more on making sure that they're okay on working, and so long as they're not hideously repulsive, don't really see a massive big deal. I mean, your dental system is so much better, but it's quite expensive, and we it's because we have the NHS, we're a bit reluctant to kind of shell out lots of money for what we consider vaguely cosmetic stuff, because we're so used to everything being like all healthcare and stuff being free. So we're really reluctant to shell out any money. But you never know, like, as things start costing more and more of our healthcare we're finding we're having to pay for because of cuts in the NHS, you might find that we think, stuff it while we're paying, we might have perfect teeth, shell out and such. But we don't all have yellow horrific teeth. My teeth, just, yeah. I know you'll think we do, but we're not that bad. They're just not gleaming white, they're not Dulux white. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on as such. But yeah, so stay tuned for another video coming up soon where I attempt an American accent. I will leave a link for this BuzzFeed article for you to have a browse through. Again, if you've got any questions, just drop me a comment, and if you like just give me a like or something, just to let me know that you're kind of enjoying this and you want me to carry on. But anyway, alright, have a good day. See you later, guys. Bye.